Warning, turn back now if you do not want spoilers. Warning, turn back now if you do not want spoilers.
Marvel's Avengers Infinity Wars has been a movie people have been waiting for such a long time, and it was 100% worth the wait. But I'm not here to talk about why I love this movie so much. I'm here to talk about this guy, and why I don't think he deserves all the crap he's been getting. Star-Lord / Peter Quill has been kind of the butt of jokes and memes lately, and whether or not they're just jokes or people actually believe that he is the true destroyer of half the universe, I'm here to show that not all the blame needs to be taken by Star-Lord. Most of the heroes and a couple of others in Infinity War are to blame for everything that has happened. First, where we're going to start is at the end of Thor Ragnarok. Loki was told to get the crown of Surtur and put it in the eternal flame to cause Ragnarok to happen to defeat Helena. While Loki's down there, he also sees the Tesseract. Here it's implied that Loki takes it. You don't see him take it, but you're like, Loki, what we doing? Now we jump to the very beginning of Marvel's Infinity War. Thor's ship was going to happily ever after land and was stopped by an even bigger ship.
I wouldn't worry, brother. I feel like everything's gonna work out fine.
It happens to be Thanos' ship, who's on a hunt for the Infinity Stones. There's an event that was not shown in any of the movies. At the end of the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the Power Stone was hidden away and protected on Xandar. It said in the movie that Xandar was basically destroyed. That's how Thanos has obtained the Power Stone. It's not said how. He's a pretty powerful guy, has a giant ship full of an army, and then his four children who are even more powerful. I can see how he got the stone. It's whatever. Now on Thor's ship, he's demanding where the other Infinity Stone is. Thor's pretty sure that it was destroyed. You know, down back on Asgard. You know, it's all on fire and blown up now.
The damage is not too bad.
Dear brother Loki, however, has the Infinity Stone and makes it appear because Thor's life is on the line, and he's grown to be a little bit of a nicer brother, even though he's dumb. And this is just one of the very few characters that, if that hadn't happened, if Loki hadn't decided to take the freaking Infinity Stone, this wouldn't have happened. Hell, we wouldn't even have an Infinity War. It wouldn't have started with this. There would have been no reason for Thanos to aboard the Asgardian ship. Having done so, he beat the living snot out of Hulk, who was on the ship from Thor Ragnarok. Hulk became absolutely terrified of Thanos from being beaten the living snot out of. That Power Stone really coming in handy. Hulk got bifrosted right straight to Earth, and that's where we go to see some of our other heroes who majorly screwed up in this movie. We see Wong and we see Doctor Strange just walking down in their little chapel thing. Hulk blasts to the floor and is slowly turning to Bruce Banner, and he's freaking out like, he's coming, Thanos is coming, blah, 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 blah. Now on Earth, there are two Infinity Stones. The Time Stone, held by Doctor Strange, and the Mind Stone, held deeply in the head of Vision. Now through the help of Bruce Banner, Doctor Strange finds Tony, meets Tony Stark, the Iron Man. Bruce Banner reveals everything that's going on, what's happening. Tony's immediate instinct, which I think is brilliant, why don't we destroy the Time Stone that you have right there on your chest, Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange says, I swore an oath to protect the Time Stone. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, fine. We can do that. And Vision is off somewhere having some fun with the Scarlet Witch, because they're like, two of Thanos' children fall upon New York City with Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. They're coming after the Time Stone. Now again, good leadership and good quick thinking. Hey, Doctor Strange, how about you back up or go put the stone somewhere else? No, I'm here to fight to protect my city. Put the stone away. That's what they're here for. Put it away. Doctor Strange got kidnapped. Also at this time, Spider-Man jumped in. You know, he lives in New York City too. He saw all the commotion. He came in. Squidward looking fella takes off with Doctor Strange. Iron Man chases after. Even Spider-Man chases after. And they get inside. Now, Iron Man didn't want Spider-Man there, but Spider-Man's actually quite doggone helpful in this situation. He's torturing Doctor Strange to get the Infinity Stone off of his neck, which has a very powerful spell on it that won't allow you to touch it. The other two of Thanos' children go after Scarlet Witch and Vision. Vision has been impaled in the back. He got secret stabbed, so he's really weak, and Scarlet Witch can't fend off these two by herself. Here comes Cap America and Scarlet Witch, not Scarlet Witch, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. They come to save the day, and they take care of this, and they even mention destroying the stone, but Scarlet Witch, you know, doesn't want her new lover to die. You know, they want to protect the stone. Now we're gonna skip over to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Drax, Gamora, Rocket, Groot, Peter Jason Quill.
When they make their debut, they get a distress signal to where the Asgardian ship blew up, and they go there, and like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of bodies and debris floating around there. Thor hits their ship. Thor is a god. He can breathe in outer space. Fine by me. Thor boards the ship. They heal him up. He tells them about Thanos. Gamora was the stepdaughter of Thanos. She knows him very well. I'm pretty sure all the Guardians know Thanos really well at this point. Thor was a big deal for me in this movie. I thought he did a great job. And then I think about this part a little bit, and it kind of, he's equally to blame for some of the stuff that happens. He takes Rocket and he takes Groot to go build his new weapon. He needs a new hammer. So he takes them to go build the new hammer. So then you're left with Mantis, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax. So that splits them up because those four go to nowhere because they know that's where Thanos is going to get the Reality Stone. They shouldn't have split up, and then these four are going to go to nowhere to stop Thanos because Gamora and Drax both have strong vendettas against this guy. He already has 2 Infinity Stones, he's insanely powerful, and with the Space Stone he can just travel there. So they think it's a good idea to go on their own. And Gamora has the knowledge of where a certain stone is that no one else knows where it is. Just her. She thinks it's okay to go. It's not okay. It's so not okay that she says to Star-Lord, hey, if he gets me, kill me, so I don't tell him where it is. If it's that dangerous, you shouldn't go. You're basically the Time Stone on Doctor Strange's deck. You shouldn't go. This is to say, they get to nowhere. Mr. Thanos already has the Reality Stone, messes with their heads, captures Gamora. Star-Lord, one of his most redeeming moments of this freaking movie, gets ready to shoot Gamora. He's going to keep his promise to take her out. And when he pulls the trigger, Thanos uses his Reality Stone to turn the blasters into bubbles. I can see why people are really irritated with Star-Lord in this movie, and in fact, I was too when I first saw it. Just every scene with Star-Lord was just shot down for the poor guy and made him look like a complete fool, like he shouldn't even be there, like he messed up everything. And it's just not the case. He was just in bad situations, no one listened to him, and it was a mess. Mess for the poor guy. But now Thanos has 3 stones, and he's about to get the 4th, because now he's got Gamora on his side, who knows where the Soul Stone is, and he uses Nebula, Gamora's stepsister, torturing-wise, to get the location out of Gamora. Gamora, you shouldn't have gone. You shouldn't have gone to stop Thanos if you know where the stone is. You're stupid. Y'all should have gone together to stop him, or you should all just left. You shouldn't have gone. He was definitely going to get that stone before you. You wasted your time. Thanos is bound to come after you anyway, because he knows you know where the Soul Stone is. He knows it. Now we're gonna jump back to Tony, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. I don't know why Tony's train of thought switched like it did here. They have the Time Stone, which he said they should destroy. They decide to go to Thanos' home planet Titan, where Thanos will come to find them to get the Time Stone, and he thinks just the three of them can stop Thanos. Tony, what do you mean, man? Bruce literally told you what he did. He stopped the Hulk. And you think the three of you, a kid you didn't even want to be there, a guy you just met, and your iron suit are going to be enough to take down a guy who in your head only has 2 Infinity Stones, when in reality now he has 3, about to get 4, and you think that just the 3 of you can take him on? That makes no freaking sense. Tony, what the fuck? Thanos did some stuff with Gamora, retrieved the Soul Stone. Gamora's dead. That's how that happens. Nebula broke free of her chains from where she was getting tortured and sent out a signal to the rest of the Guardians, Peter, Drax, and Mantis, to go to Titan. Now I have Spider-Man, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Drax, and Mantis, as well as Nebula, all on Titan, ready to fight Thanos, who has acquired the 4 of the stones. All he needs is the Time Stone and the Mind Stone, the 2 stones that Earth had that they just won't destroy because they're dumb. They've had them since the beginning and they just won't do it. Now the fight ensues on Titan. They try to get the gauntlet off Thanos, and this is the scene that everyone is giving Star-Lord so much crap for. They have Thanos all hung down, and they're pulling the gauntlet off his arm when Mantis is like brain controlling him to try to put him to sleep. And he's having a hard time, and he's got anguish because he had to kill Gamora to get the Soul Stone. Peter's like, where is Gamora? Or Star-Lord, there's 2 Peters on the planet. Star-Lord is like, where is Gamora? Where is Gamora? And then he just says, she's dead. And he has to say, I killed her. It should have been pretty obvious what Star-Lord was going to do. I mean, did you see what happened when he found out how his mom died?
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head. What?
No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
I mean, honestly, if he did it that way and just blasted Thanos in the face a bunch of times, maybe Thanos would have died, but instead he just punched him, threw Mantis off, and then Thanos was free and just beat the living snot out of everybody on Titan. Gets ready to kill Iron Man, and Doctor Strange is like, I'll give you the Time Stone if you let him go. Okay, I'll take the Time Stone. That one we'll put on Mr. Quill, Star-Lord, for ruining his own plan that he claimed he created.
I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good. Wow.
So well. But it was also Tony's fault for thinking that they should go there by themselves. Just the 3 of them. Sure, yeah, they met up with 3 other people, but that's still all speculation. He shouldn't have even figured. He should have gone back to Earth. Thanos was gonna come to Earth anyway, because the Mind Stone's there. They all could have met up on planet Earth and had a big old fight. And instead, they just split each other up. The split up happened so often in this movie. And that is a big no-no when you're fighting a guy who can destroy half the universe. What are you doing? Stop doing that. Now we're down to the final stone, the Mind Stone, which is right here in Vision's head. Bruce Banner thought of a way that they could save Vision, keep him alive, but just take out the stone. But the surgery was so delicate that they could kill him. Cap has connections with Wakanda, the richest and most smartest country in the world, but it was going to take some time because it's a very delicate procedure. At this time, Thanos' army and his remaining 3 children are ready to take action and fight for that last remaining stone against all of the remaining Avengers down on Earth. Scarlet Witch was meant to stay with Vision in case someone was to invade into the facility and go after Vision. Well, things were getting really heavy on the battlefield, and she thought, you know, he's safe in here, I'm going to go out there and help. One of Thanos' children, snuck in, started fighting with Vision, and stop the procedure from happening. And in the end, they managed to destroy the Mind Stone. But the methodical procedure that Thanos had for this movie of obtaining the stones that he did, as in the final stone he got being the Time Stone, where he can reverse time. He saw Vision blow up right in front of him, and he went over and brought him back to life and just rips the Mind Stone right out of his head. The way that Thanos went after the stones is brilliant. Thanos is definitely the key character in this entire movie. It's all based on him. Everything that the Avengers and the heroes and even non-heroes, anti-heroes did in this movie benefited him, and he played off of it so well. You know, if they didn't have to blow up Asgard or anything, Loki didn't need to steal the freaking Space Stone. He didn't need to do that. They went and gave him Gamora, who knew how to get the Soul Stone. In fact, he needed Gamora to get the Soul Stone. He had to sacrifice her, the one thing he loved most in the whole world, to get the freaking Soul Stone. That is their fault. They did not need to do that and go out on their own and try to take this guy down when they knew they couldn't do it. They didn't stick together. And then the Time Stone, Tony take the fight to Thanos when they had the Time Stone. Go back home and prepare to fight. You were gonna just be you, a kid, and a wizard to fight Thanos. You didn't know other people were gonna be there. To put all the blame on one guy who just got mad because he found out his girlfriend died. The whole movie played off of everybody, even Thor, the guy who gets the one weapon that was strong enough to defeat Thanos. He's the reason the Guardians split up in the first place. It's been on my head ever since I watched the movie. When you first see the movie, you get all the action at once, and then after the movie's over, everything just comes at you in waves in your head. And this is all I've thought about, is how what I like to call plot fodder, which is stuff that feeds to push the plot in a certain direction, and more importantly, Thanos' direction, who played off of everything they did because they messed up. They made so many mistakes. It just bothers me. Like it's real. It bothers me so much. Like Thanos was just some guy they could go beat up, and no one even came close besides Thor. If they all went to nowhere to stop Thanos, or if they just waited because he was gonna come after Gamora in the first place because he knew that she was the only person that knew where the Soul Stone was, like, they did not have to push after him. That was the mistake. They did not have to push after him. People didn't have to take the stones. Also, people could have destroyed the stones. The Time Stone was easily destroyable, except for a freaking oath. I think the universe is more important than your freaking oath, Mr. Strange. Doctor. I'm not even gonna call you Doctor anymore. I lied. You're a Mister to me right now. Woo! Basically what I'm saying is the reason that half the universe got destroyed is because all the mistakes the heroes made, not just Star-Lord.